Hey everyone, it's RCK, and I'm glad to have you back here for our next episode. Today we're going to go looking at turn 81 and 82 of our Omniscience game that we have going on. Of course, there are tons of battles here, lots for us to look through. We see lots of mages here with tons of hoplites, Marcos and Folly just wrecking this province defense from Machaka. We see a white mage taking on a decent province defense here from Arco. Pretty good. Killing about 80 undead from armor within. Not too bad. Definitely not causing any real damage. Losing some items here on the Green Knight can be a little punishing depending on what he put on, which he didn't put anything on. It does have immortality of 3 months, so we'll see it again in 3 more turns. We see two flame royalty or elemental royalties here from Manchaka here. Some very, very high fire magic they have. Ooh, big fight here with Ermor and End. And actually, with this, it's looking like End is taking the. Well, that's 91 soldier. That was half of his soldier priest there. Very costly too. But I'm killing 160. Lictors is pretty good as well. We'll watch this battle to see what's going on. At this point, I think End is finally getting that. Let me turn the volume down some. Might not. Let me go back out. Hold on. Because I remember watching one of the videos and the sound was a little high. Let's just turn the sound off. Okay. Let's go and see where the battle is. It's right here. The lictors are still going to do a lot of damage if you're not able to get those out fast. Lots of Communion Slave, a big Holy Communion here. Lots of troops. Wailing Winds going up. Wailing Winds in relief, which is actually a decent spell to play against them. And Blood Rain, because Lictors and Blood Knights. Now, Blood Knights don't. They don't care about morale, but the Lictors do. Lictors are the ones that really care about morale. They're getting hit here by some meteors. This is definitely dealing enough damage to get through their high Undying and HP less here with the regen. Or no, they don't have regen, never mind. Yeah, they don't have regen. So yeah, that's taking off a few squares. It's very nice to have some couple of hits there on that. But yeah, what is their morale at? So the morale right now is currently at 17. I don't think Blood Rain has taken effect yet. Rain of Stone is very nice because Lictors do not have helmets, and Firestorm is also up. I'm not seeing the. So, actually, yeah, we are seeing it. So, their basic morale is 18. So, they go up 19, 21, 22, and then -4. So, that should be at 18. I don't know. Maybe there's a few things we're missing here. But yeah, it is lower than the normal amount. Firestorm's up nice, but they do have fire resistance 15, so they're not going to be bothered by that 6 AP fire damage. The Mundane Blunt always hitting them in the head might have some effect on them, but Wailing Winds might cause much of them to rout, so we'll have to watch out for that. Firestorm being cast by this Archdevil back here. Not sure what the Ice Devil is casting. Sick garments and a water bracelet on currently. So put it on ×2. These knights are still doing some damage at high HP, meaning they're going to stay in the battle for a while. Ooh, some more gifts of heaven coming down. Definitely hurting. But yeah, it's just getting stuck in with these lictors here. Is also some friendly fire. It's really just hurting them. I mean, just lictors just deal so much damage. They have an attack skill of 18. Yeah, they're just going to be able to chop through these human hit point troops here. So that's unfortunate for him. Wailing Wind shouldn't be too bad, though. It's got 14 morale. Ravenous Swarm up as well, so this should be able to kill a few undead units. Dust to Dust, lots of Dust to Dust being cast, which is also very nice. See if we see him around. There's the. Oh, that was a good hit. Yeah, the lictors are going fast. Definitely not holding them as fast or as long as the soldier priest are. Honestly, it looks like he lost more than that. It looks like he lost all of his lictors from the looks of it, but I guess the battle report could have gone a little differently from what we see now. We still got a good few left. Ooh, this guy must have went berserk and ran into battle. We don't want to lose him. This is in a armor of twisting thorns. More than likely, this is the relief caster currently. Hopefully, he does not get caught by a lictor run in front of one. Yeah. Well, this had 26 protection still. Don't run in front of him. The gifts of heaven definitely hurting themselves there. Half helmet. Yeah. Oh, they were routing as well. That's unfortunate. There's something on my leg. In 160, I feel like when we watched the battle, it looked like he lost even more than that, but oh well. That's still a pretty heavy hit towards Ermor. There's a battle on Ashdod. Just chaff. Raids as far as the rest of these battles go. No important. Oh, that was an important battle. Oh no, that actually wasn't. It was just Independence attacking Satis, but we do see that Satis is actually patrolling. Either that or he destroyed his fort. Nope, he's patrolling. I didn't know you could patrol with your monument. Maybe you can. I don't know. Thought you had. I didn't think monuments could patrol. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. So where did that big battle happen at, actually? That's what happened, isn't it? It was in Mushwood. Mushwood is right here. And honestly, that looked like his lictor stack. That looked like all of his lictors. Because I'm not really seeing lictors anywhere else. Well, I know they'd be made here in the crypt, but they're not in the report here. So if there are any, they're very, very few. There's some lictors here. These are ones that ran away in 7. So they're going to probably retreat back in 24. I doubt he's going to push forward with chaff units into Purgatory. Interesting, very interesting. So we won't hold it too long. I definitely just want to hit on these important battles here at the end. I know a lot of people lose interest into the game later on it goes. So we'll definitely just try to watch the important battles, run through the raids real fast and see. So we do have a Machaca army on top of this Arcocephali throne. Pretty important. You see that Ermor has kind of made landing on both sides of Ashdod here. Let's see if N is still able to repel. We might see Machaca go for the win if he can go after this throne right here. Because I doubt he's going to use this army to try to fight all of this stuff that Abizia has been trying to summon. I guess trying to make it a tough fight for whoever comes and tries to kill him. And we'll see for sure. So that was turn 81. Let's go and check out turn 82. Alright, so we have Brass Horrors here attacking. Seems to be a group of lictors and a bishop. Ermor, only one ghoul dying. We see a magic attack of the Demi-Lich. More than likely this is the Demi-Lich going in. He's able to recall it in one turn. Well, actually, he doesn't even need it. Because I don't think he has any dormant bless on his bless at all. So, if any, it might be a resistances or something. Bam, like Fire Shock Res on the High Earth or something like that. I don't know. We'll have to look. But because I think he had some resistances on his list. And just doing like a magic duel, a magic phase, magic duel here. But yeah, he's casting magic duel. Killing the 2 leaders. There's their Astral 3s. There's a Hashma here with a, but doesn't really have a weapon on him. It's Flame Strike. These troops should be able to deal with him though. I don't think. Oh, he died? Or he retreated? He routed. Must have just did a ritual returning or something. We'll double check again. Magic duel. Magic duel. So he's got the water bottle, a few gems. Returning. Yeah. Okay. So he just came in and killed 2 high-level Astral Mages, which are pretty important. I mean, these are 2 turns each, 335 gold. Only cost him a few Astral Pearls. We see a counter raid here from Vizia, losing a Salamander, which is unfortunate. They're kind of expensive at 185. Province, just a raid from Ermor with only 48 lictors, a very, very low amount from him. Raid back from End. It probably looks like he mine hunted whatever commanders here and then pushed in these troops. Abizia counter raiding, trying to push out. We see Machaka moving on to Arcoscephali, still not really worrying about Abizia at this point. One of End's birds were ended up killed. He did take out 2 priests, and this did cost Ermor 120 gold, so that is important. Devils and Imps taking a province from Ermor. Oh, Ermor losing another group here. Now, they do have 11 knights and 3 priests. Also 3 Mound Kings, which are commanders, which are useful at this point in the game still. But losing 233 units is still pretty important. Only killing a total of 10 units in all, 1 troll, and 9 Fiends of Darkness really isn't much at all. So very unfortunate there for Ermor. But this is more than just a rating stack. At this point, this is a bit much. So, oh yeah, nice communion here, Holy Communion going on. And then as far as these chaff goes, as long as there's no lictors or anything like that, I mean, these guys are definitely going to be able to take them out. Even these giants are, yeah, sure, they have homesickness, but these trolls and giants, I mean, they're going to be able to hit the lictors so hard that they might be able to, I doubt 1-shot, but definitely 2-shot kill them. So that is pretty important. And I bet one of them had a, we're going too fast, but it's fine. We don't really have to look at it. It's not that important. That was on, yeah, that was on Ashdod, okay. So another failed raid here from Ermor. Machaka taking another province from Arcoscephali, really going into Arcoscephali here at this point. 2 Spectres raiding from End. This army that we saw last turn with the Ice Devil and Archdevil taking another province, not losing anything. Failed raid here. Oh, no, actually attacked by independents. Oh, Busy attacked the independents, so this was an independent province. They ended up losing, even though they had 2 salamanders here, probably summoning elementals. The knights were able to take care of that still. I mean, yeah, sure, they did lose all 14 out of the 15 knights. I mean, that was a pretty hefty blow from, I mean, I do like his scripting a lot, but that was a pretty hefty blow here by losing all this. So he must have already known that the knights were going to come through the middle. So he had his fire snakes and the lions here, summer lions, in the middle, and then on the flanks, followed by salamanders. Having the elementals come in too was very nice. Now, possibly could have had the elementals, had the troops farther back. Well, at that point, you'd have to check the combat speed of everything. Yeah, these are faster, so they'd have to be farther back. But getting these elementals in front, maybe trying to block some of the lance charges because they are ethereal, and there's a higher chance that the etherealness will block the lance charge itself. That could have worked out, maybe. But we'll see as far as this goes. I mean, see, he's definitely doing work, but at this point, both of the commanders died from the 2 knights going on either side. No, actually, these are both commanders that went on either side here. Very interesting. Then the 1 knight that was left over. So yeah, those 2 kills from 2 commanders were both the commanders of the opposing busy army. Very interesting. Here we have the end raiding Ermor again. We have Ermor coming out with 6 knights, some Jaguar priests, some priests themselves, and a large contingent of undead, taking out this force of end here. A warlord, a holy 3, a couple priests, archer priests, archers, on the standard 12 standards, cannibal warriors, 1 lion. I mean, it's not too much altogether, but losing these up here, I mean, 30 gold, 160 gold. These are 19 apiece, and there was 12 of them. I mean, it adds up. Another white mage here attack. I want to see what this white mage has. I know we've seen a few of them, but their kits have probably changed. They have a lucky coin, which gives them luck. It's also a shield. They have a firebrand, the AoE fire damage. They have a dragon helmet, giving them fire resistance, dark vision, and morale. But since it's undead, it already has dark vision, so I don't have to worry about that. And morale's pretty high as well, due to the 7. Oh yeah, 7 here from the experience and heroic ability. Will get you up to 25, and then 5 from the helmet, that get them up to 30. Armor of Knights, boots of quickness to give them quickness, a living bottle of water to keep some units off of them, to put his buffs on, and the anti-magic. Pretty good, pretty good. We'll see the script. Animate skeleton, really? Animate skeletons? So Iron Will, personal regent. See, I would tweak the animate skeleton now. Iron skin, temper flesh. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Yeah, just go in, 31 prot, 20 defense skill, 18 attack skills, pretty good. 51 hit points from the regen on. As far also, all the damage being dealt to him is reduced to half by pierce, blunt, and slash attacks, and he's lucky. Chill over 3, and his quickness, so he's run twice as fast and strike twice as often. Pretty good. Nice little thug we have here. Kind of expensive here. Lots of gear on him. 5, 15, 25, 30, 35, 45, 55. Never mind, I take that back. So this is just a very expensive thug here. Very expensive thug. But, I mean, he's taking out provinces that do have a lot of PD here. 71 units in total. I mean, that's a hefty amount of PD put in here. Okay, so let's watch this battle. Yeah, let's watch this last battle here. Arcos following Machaca in a cave. In a fort, trying to siege a fort in a cave. So, already since it is a cave, I'll tell you that all of these units here are taking -3 to their attack and defense skill, leaving at 9 and 7. Very, very low for these guys here for sure. Lots of mages as well, doing lots of things. We've kind of seen his script before. We see lots of undead here from Machaca. We have a few thugs. We have a sage. Looks like a twice burned sage or something, some kind. A skull cap. Oh, he's gonna get magic dueled. That sucks. It says magic two boys in here. Looks like some kind of big earth casting there. Maybe Army of Gold or something. Army of Lead. It's that white mage white mage here have a tiny TM. That's awesome. He's got himself a flame duel. Okay, cool. We have another twice born mage there. Ooh, what's this guy? Ooh, it's a nice chassis. It's a really nice chassis. Just a Burning Pearl by Armor of Knights, a Smasher, and a very nice gleaming gold shield, giving him awe. Nice scripts here for the paths that he has. Lots and lots of long dead horsemen. Their stats are pretty good compared to the hoplites, so we'll see what they do. These terracotta soldiers won't do too bad. I mean, they do have pierce resistance, which all the hoplites have pierce weapons. We'll see. Lots of casting. Depends on how much work this Mage Core here is going to really do. Live Northern Star, of course, expected from Arcos Folly, but we do have Rigor Mortis being cast by a Mountain Fiend over here. Of course, all of Machako's troops here are undead or inanimate units, so he's not going to have to worry about his fatigue. The fatigue of the enemy units, which possibly holding back these long dead knights a little bit longer would have been nice. Tough to say. Might have even been worth actually breaking siege from this, actually, because right now he has all of his troops here really having a tough time. That looked like a Astral Tempest. Continuously targets, yeah, okay, Astral Tempest, that's what it is. But a lot of his units have been held back here because he's only been able to get so many out through the gate, so that's very unfortunate. Arcosoli does have Mass Regen, a Fire Fiend, Serpent's Blessing, and what's the one that gives everything luck? Goodness, what is that one called? Will of Fates or something Fates? It's something like Will of Fates, I think. Could be wrong. Oh, but see, already we have a lot of these horsemen coming up here to the mage line, and even getting 1 or 2 hits in was going to be able to kill some people. They do have a light lance, which is nice. Oh god, goodness, they just have so many horsemen. What was that? Oh, there's an earthquake. So for cast earthquake, I think this is some kind of decaying spell. They do have withered weapons on them. Oh, they're starving. Yes, this is one of those death decaying spells that was cast here. Oof. Of course, it's not going to hurt the undead, but it's definitely going to hurt everything else. I think this Astral Tempest is hurting his own troops. I'm not entirely sure, though. And his troops do have regen, but more and more of these long dead horsemen are starting to break through. The line of Arcos of Folly is slightly faltering here. We're starting to see just so many masked up skeletons from Horde skeletons and things. Rigor Mortis is still up. Fatigue's real high on them. Starting to see the morale of some mages starting to break here. Yeah, but at this point, there's just been so many Horde skeletons and so many long dead horsemen that it's just starting to overwhelm these hoplites, pushing into the back line of the mages. There's no actually, he's really lucky here that had these guard commander units here actually are standing, whereas these either ran away or just weren't any. And these guys that are starving are already routing. Yeah, most of the ones that are starving are routing. Yep, they're almost all these ones we see running away are routing or starving. I mean, yeah, they do have some nice stats here, but 3 hit points left. They'll be regening like 1 hit point a turn. But if any hits go through, oh yeah, see like 4, so they're down to 2. See, that one's gone. And once that defense skill really starts to drop, they're down to 0. You're going to start seeing hits come through, even through Ethereal and whatnot. No, this one doesn't have Ethereal, but it does have Lucky. As an Astral 5. These are some really important mages that, I mean, I guess they're not that important, but I mean, there's some nice ones. There's still gems on some of them. This one has a lot of items. I know there's some more Astral 5s in there. There's a couple hoplites left. They're in there. They're slowly dying off, but they're in there. Now they're focused on and completely surrounding these, they caught that one. They're surrounding the rest of these mages, and they're just going down slowly. Man. So that was a big loss there from Arcos of Folly. Big battle. Losing 22 Mystics, rather unfortunate for him. Must have had some bonuses or was empowered or something, because at most they can get up to. No, it's probably one. Yeah, it's more probably Lee's right here. Maybe he. Well, no, definitely up to a 4, then put a hat on him. But if you're matching duel with that, it only still counts the base, not the boosted. So maybe he had a 10% on the Astral, got up to 5. I mean, Machaka did lose to Golden Order, Adepts, a Black Sorceress or Sorcerer, Sage, the White, the Witch. But I mean, pretty heavy. I mean, 22 Mystics, these 2-turn mages. I don't know if they're cap only or not. The nature guys that had all the boosters. There's lots of gems. 141 hoplites. Thought they would have. I thought they killed more hoplites than that, but yeah, did a pretty good job. Pretty important battle there, and that was on top of a throne. And now we do see the Titan of Growth there. So it looks like he had the Titan. Either he just moved the Titan of Growth onto the fort, or decided not to bring in the Titan of Growth. Very interesting. So we see him fighting for that last throne there, whereas Machaka has sieged the other one controlled by Arco. Very interesting. Guess he could go for these outlying forts just to deny the income. Just start um, 1-turn storming all these as soon as he gets on. Like, move on. I'm sure he has enough troops here to break the fort and then storm it, and then move on, break the fort that turn, and then storm it next turn. Just going from fort to fort. I think he'd have this group here. There's a lot of things he could do. Very interesting indeed. That was a pretty hefty hit there for Arcocephalic. Machaka seems to be doing pretty good on the army size wise. What does research look like? So Machaka is also leading in research by a very large amount. And looks like End and Arcocephalic are matched there. Very interesting. We actually have more research than Armor does at this point. Let's look. Score graphs. Research. You see that tiny black line there above the purple one? That's us. We have slightly more than him. At turn 82. But he's been doing a lot of fighting. So, most Armor's getting a little bit of a break time into the mid game. Or I'm almost saying the mid game when they get that research advantage over you, you kind of slow down as far as fighting goes until you can find a way to beat them again. I don't know. Some people do, some people don't. So that's turn 82. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.